love remakes. They allow you to play games from past generations on your new console, except now with more levels and features. My personal favorites are Super Mario 64 DS and Star Fox 64 3D. But honestly, there are many great games from the past that deserve remakes as well. Hello, this is Pythster, and today I'll be reviewing the top 10 games that should have remakes. Number 10. Star Fox. I know that they made a remake for Star Fox 64, so why not the original for the SNES? I haven't played Star Fox SNES yet, so it would be nice to have a remake with enhanced graphics, voice acting, saving between missions, and all new levels. They could also add some kind of Wi-Fi multiplayer that would allow you to battle your friends, or make the main missions multiplayer. Number 9. FZero. Unlike the original Star Fox, you didn't need a special FX chip for FZero, so it wasn't 3D. However, they could easily change that if they remade the game for the 3DS or Wii U. They could also add new racers, new cars, and new tracks. They could add some kind of multiplayer battle mode like they did in Mario Kart as well. Also, there hasn't been an FZero game since the GameCube, so we need at least one for the 8th generation. Number 8. Super Metroid. I was originally going to go with the first Metroid, but many agree that the sequel is a lot better, rating it among the best 2D platformers of all time. Since we haven't had a new installment since Other M, a remake of one of the best games on the Super Nintendo would definitely make Nintendo some money. I'd really like to see a new 3D design, as well as new levels and maybe even some new attacks. Also, it could get some younger Nintendo fans into the Metroid series. Number 7. Earthbound. I know it would be hard to deal with all the copyright problems, and the remake may very well end up only being released in Japan, but I've been wanting to play this game for a while now, especially considering people rank it alongside Final Fantasy VI and Paper Mario the Thousand Year. However, it's been announced that they will not be making a Mother 4. So, if it's not been confirmed by the time I'm working on my top 10 SNES games video, I'll just have to go with the Virtual Console. Number 6. Megaman. I know it kind of had a remake a while back, but I really want a collection of multiple Mega Man classics. As long as Capcom didn't do another stupid DLC stunt, a Mega Man remake for the 3DS could sell well. Also, if they could manage that, a Mega Man X remake would also be great. But let's just give it some time. Number 5. Final Fantasy VI. Although it kind of had a remake for the Game Boy Advance, it didn't have any major changes. I haven't played it yet, but I hope to soon, considering people call it one of the best RPGs of all time. If it's really that good, I hope to see a remake of this game for the 3DS, except this time with more notable changes. However, what lands it at number 5 is the fact that Final Fantasy's latest installments weren't the best games in the series. Number 4. Sonic Adventure was one of the last Sonic games released on a Sega system. It was later re-released for the GameCube and PC a few years after, and can be found on the Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network, but not on the Virtual Console. This surprises me, especially considering this was the best-selling game on the Dreamcast. So I was thinking that Sega could remake Sonic Adventure after Lost World is released. Number 3. Banjo Kazooie is considered by many to be one of the best games on the Nintendo 64. However, the closest thing we got to a third game was Banjo Nuts and Bolts, which was mediocre. So I was thinking, why not have a remake of the original Banjo Kazooie? It could make Rare a lot of money, with the only major problem I see is that Microsoft would have to get somebody else to make Wii Sports ripoffs. Just think about it. They could call it Banjo Kazooie 360. Or Banjo Kazooie Radishes, or whatever. Number 2. I'm pretty sure a lot of you saw this coming from the start, because we've been wanting it to come out since the 3DS was first released. I think that Super Mario Sunshine deserves a remake. It's a fun, challenging platformer with creative levels and enjoyable boss fights. Except for maybe Bowser's Hot Tub of Death. And the Sandbird. However, the main thing they should change in the remake is the voice acting. I personally liked Toadsworth's acting, and almost everyone else's was acceptable, but the first thing Nintendo should change in the remake is Bowser's voice.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
Number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. I'm pretty sure most of you saw this coming as well, but what puts it at number 1 is the fact that I've been wanting to start playing more dark games like Metroid and Final Fantasy. And Majora's Mask sounds like the best game out there to get me started. Also, I'd rather pay $30 for a 3DS game at GameStop rather than $70 for a used game on Amazon. Also, the game could actually be scarier with enhanced graphics, new enemies, and more secret areas. Also, Ocarina of Time 3D sold over 1 million units as of July 2011. So there's no denying Majora's Mask 3D would make Nintendo a lot of money. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. And if you know of a video game that you think should be on this list, be sure to post a comment below.
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist.
Die! Die! Die!